Are you searching for happiness? You're not going to find it in more things or better circumstances. Here's why gratitude is the #1 hack for happiness. Why is happiness so elusive for so many people? The answer lies in an often overlooked habit of gratitude. Most people believe that happiness is something that comes after you achieve something. But what if I told you it's the other way around? When you start recognizing your blessings, you start feeling better. And when you start feeling better, you start to attract more blessings. In contrast to the endless pursuit of more things. There's always going to be more things. There's always going to be better things. There's always going to be somebody that has something bigger and better than you. You'll never achieve happiness going down that route. But if you really take the time to look around you, there's countless things that you could be thankful for. And identifying those blessings makes you feel and act in a way that attracts more blessings. So instead of thinking about all the things that you need to do first thing in the morning, take a moment and just write down 3 things that you're thankful for. Depending on where you live, more than half of marriages these days end in divorce. Children are separated from their families. Families are ripped apart, all because of a lack of gratitude. You know why these marriages end? It's not because of money situations. It's not because of some big argument or fight. It's typically because somebody's not happy. Happiness begins with realizing the things that you do have and being appreciative of those things as opposed to focusing on the things that you don't. It's easy to go on social media and compare yourself to everyone else and see all the things that they have or they're presenting that they have. And you don't see any of the negative stuff, just all the good stuff. And you start comparing that to what you have or what you don't have, and you start to become unhappy. Some of the happiest, closest families that I know aren't the richest families. They don't have the most things, but they appreciate each other. They appreciate what each person brings to the table, and they appreciate what they have. Gratitude isn't just a virtue. It's a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. If you're wondering why God's not blessing you, it's probably because you're not acknowledging the blessings that you already have. Think of your relationship with God like a relationship between a parent and child. If that parent is giving that child everything that they want and they're unhappy with what they have and they just want the things that they don't have, you're a lot less likely to give that kid more things. On the flip side of that, if your kid is so excited and happy and thankful for everything that you give them, you're going to want to give that kid more and more things. Your relationship with God's the same way. Why would he give you more blessings if you haven't recognized the blessings that you already have? When you start recognizing the blessings that are all around you, you train your mind to start identifying those blessings, and you could see more blessings that are available to you, and it just leads to more and more blessings. The biggest mistake people make when it comes to their happiness is they believe that happiness is something that you achieve instead of something that you practice. Many people confuse success with happiness, but what if I told you gratitude is the secret ingredient to both? Gratitude can transform your worst day into the foundation for your best day. Here's how it works. When I use the Hermetic principles to help me find gratitude in the worst day of my life, I realized not only was it going to help me get through that worst day, but it was actually setting me up for the best day of my life. I was going through the most difficult time in my life. It was the most grief that I had ever felt. I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get through it. And I was just trying to do what I knew I had to do to keep my mind off of it and to continue to build myself up. So I went to the gym. I was keeping up with my routine. I was doing my kettlebell workout, and I threw on my headphones, listening to the same playlist that I always do. But this particular day, God added a song to this playlist. I'd never heard this song before. I'm not familiar with the artist. And it really stuck out because it was a child's voice singing. And this child had an accent that made me believe he was from a third world country, probably had a rougher upbringing than I had. And the first line was, "Lord, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain." And I looked outside, and the weather outside was matching how I was feeling inside. It was the worst type of weather you could experience. It was 33 degrees, horizontal rain, and just absolutely awful weather. But when he said that, I thought back to the law of polarity, and I realized that I needed that type of weather to truly appreciate a nice, warm, sunny day. And I enjoy the sun on my skin, and I really appreciate those sunny days. And I realized in that moment that I needed that bad weather to appreciate the good weather. Well, then he hit me with the next line, which was, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. And that just kept repeating over and over again. Lord, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. And I realized that I was experiencing the single worst day of my life. And I also realized that the opposite existed out there. That someday in the future, I was going to experience the best day of my life. And I was going to be able to appreciate that best day when it came because of the pain and grief that I was feeling on my worst day. And in that moment, I found gratitude for the worst day of my life. Do you struggle feeling grateful? You're not alone. Here are some commonly asked questions about gratitude. What if I don't feel grateful right now? Should I ignore all the bad things that are happening in my life? Absolutely not. You shouldn't ignore the things that are happening to you. Maybe try to shift how you're viewing them. Sometimes God puts us in situations and circumstances that we don't really understand why we're going through them, and it's hard to find the positive in it. But realize that those experiences are shaping you into the person that you're becoming. Try to focus on the few little things that you do appreciate, and that may just be getting up in the morning. If someone offered you $1 million, but you wouldn't wake up tomorrow, would you take it? Probably not, because your life is worth way more than $1 million. And just acknowledging that is something. Start identifying those little things and bigger things will come. Gratitude isn't just a practice, it's a lifestyle. Here's a challenge for you to start today. Start and end each day for 30 days of gratitude. Even if it's just 3 things in the morning, 3 things at night, before you go to bed, when you wake up. Do that for 30 days and see how your life changes. Gratitude unlocks the door to a more joyful and fulfilled life. Start unlocking yours today.